Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another session of C&T Tutors online class. Adedayo is my name. I will be your anchor for this session. Today we're going to be taking a look at some common errors in English language, some common grammatical errors in English language. I would like to point out to us that for the purpose of Utme, we must be aware of the fact that there are some words, there are some statements that even though they are popular, they sound acceptable, they seem acceptable in the society, and most people unconsciously say these things. However, we need to point out to us today that a lot of these words are actually being wrongly used, and today we shall be taking a look at some of them as well as the appropriate manner of actually using them in English language. Now, the first one we'll deal with is sentences that contain the phrase, "It's high time." Sentences that contains the phrase, "It's high time." Now take a look at this. Now these are two different sentences. The first one says, "It's high time we leave," while the second one says, "It's high time we left." Of course, you agree with me that the first one actually sounds cool, it sounds dope, it sounds wonderful. In fact, it sounds correct. However, the truth of the matter is, this is a very wrong way of speaking. Now, the rule says that once you come across anything that contains "it's high time," once a sentence begins with "it's high time" or "it's time," "it's about time," the main verb that will follow it should be in the past form. It should be in the past form. "It's high time we left." So you can have something like, "It's high time we left for the party," rather than saying, "It's high time we leave for the party," even though that one sounds correct, but it's actually not correct. So the correct way of saying it is what? "It's high time we left." So that is that. Then the second one that we'll be talking about, we have something like this. Now, this is another common grammatical error that most people unconsciously fall into. "The boy is living a useless life" is a common way of saying that somebody is actually not adding value to the society. The boy is living a useless life. However, the correct way of saying this is leading, not living. A person can only lead a useless life. A person cannot live a useless life. So rather than say the boy is living a useless life, you are better off saying the boy is leading a useless life. So that is that about that particular one. So you can't live a useless life. You can only lead a useless life. Now the next one, another common grammatical error that people tend to fall into most times, the difference between equipment and equipment, furniture and furnitures. Now, the rule of nouns basically says that there are some nouns that are categorized as uncountable nouns. And when you have uncountable nouns, you basically can't quantify them. They are unquantifiable. So for a word like equipment, you don't need to add s to it. It can be pluralized by adding s. So regardless of whether you're dealing with singular or plural, equipment remains equipment. furniture remains furniture. So you can't say I bought some equipment. It's very wrong to say I bought some equipment. So you can simply say I bought some equipment without adding s. I bought some equipment. And for furniture, you can just say I was given some sets of furniture instead of saying furnitures. Furnitures actually does not exist in English language. So furniture remains furniture regardless of whether you are dealing with singular or plural. And same thing applies to equipment and equipments. So there's nothing like equipments and there's nothing like furniture. So we only have furniture and equipments. Also, some people struggle to understand the difference between these four words: alumnus, alumni, alumna, and alumni. Even though the generally acceptable word for all of them, as you find in most books, is alumni, but I think it's still important for me to actually point out the real meaning of these four words. Now, alumnus refers to a single male graduate, a single male graduate of an institution, a single male graduate of an institution. Then alumni is the plural form of alumnus. The plural form of alumnus. Alumna, on the other hand, refers to a single female graduate, while the last one refers to what? The plural